Hello. I wanted to make a few observations about the Brexit betrayal march which took place in London on Sunday, the 9th of December. First of all, there are many videos of the march itself already on the web, and I'll be using clips from a couple of them during this video, but I don't need to labour, if you'll forgive the expression, to labour the point about how many people actually turned up. Owen Jones implies that there were an embarrassing few, whereas Sargon says that it was the counter-demonstration that had the embarrassingly low turnout. From the videos I've seen, and taking Carl Benjamin at his word, because generally speaking I've found him to be accurate in his other assessments, whereas generally speaking I've found Owen Jones to be a little turd with only a tangential relationship to the truth, I'm inclined, because of the histories of both of these men, to take Benjamin's word for it that the Brexit rally was the successful one, rather than the counter-demo. So, that said, it's rather strange that the press, by and large, seem to be taking Owen Jones' line. That is, that hardly any Brexiteers bothered to turn up. You might well ask, were those guys even there? Because, you know, it's well known, isn't it, that newsmen frequently simply borrow information from each other. But as far as I can make out from this video, now where will it be? It'll be there. Yep. The place was crawling with professional media equipment, as well, of course, as the informal recording equipment on mobile phones. So why did the papers print this sort of guff and are still pumping that story? And that's a good question, which may be answered by a certain election which took place just about 2 years ago in the United States of America. We all remember, don't we, that not only did many news organs characterise candidate Trump as a fascist of some sort, but there were many news reports about his rallies being unattended, and there were even photos of almost empty stadiums. Should that be stadia? I don't know. I'll stick to stadiums, which later on turned out to be photos taken many hours before the rally actually took place. And by the way, they're still doing it. There was a recent incident which took place when a photographer called Dave Weigel, got into the Pensacola Bay Centre before the crowds had arrived and took photos of empty seats, which he then tweeted in response to Trump's tweet that the rally had been packed to the rafters. So when I saw Owen Jones' report on the Brexit march, I was strongly reminded of the same frenzy, floridity and falsehood as we saw in the United States presidential election. So let's just watch this and enjoy.
On the streets of London, just over there, Tommy Robinson's Fascist are on the march. They're trying to use a wave of xenophobia, bigotry and anti-Muslim hatred to propel their cause.
And this?
There's a really pitiful grouping of Tommy Robinson fascists. Supporters over there, I'm actually embarrassed for them. Over 15,000 people marched against Tommy Robinson and his fascists. Only 3,000, some are saying only 1,500, marched for Tommy Robinson, that convicted fraudster and thug, and his fascists. A total and utter humiliation for Tommy Robinson and his band of fascists.
But what does all this mean? Well, I'm not a prophet, but judging from what happened when the American media refused to learn from their mistakes and kept on pushing the same old line and the same old lies again and again about Trump until they actually got him elected, my theory is that the conventional political parties and the conventional media are in for a bit of a shock come the next election. Oh, by the way, hat tip to the Goblins from Mars for the music. I'm very grateful for financial contributions. But if you don't want to give money, you can still help a lot by sharing this and other videos I've made. Also, remember to check your subscription from time to time, as sometimes subscriptions get erased for one reason or another. Till next time.